7:35, and all this week we are helping you get back into the swing of things for back to school. And new this morning, we are getting some important health tips for students who are headed back to class. Right now, I'm joined by Susan Curran, a nurse practitioner with CVS Minute Clinics here in Rhode Island. And at 6:30 this morning, Susan, we talked about the move to put Narcan overdose kits in our school and keeping up with the health trend here. Let's talk about what parents really need to do for their kids health-wise to get them ready to go back to school.
Sure, good morning. It's hard to believe summer is almost over, but there's so much parents can do to get ready. First of all, make sure that they have had a physical within the past year. If not, especially going into college, they're required to have a physical. They certainly can come to Minute Clinic if their provider is closed. We're opening evenings and weekends. Other things that they need to do, are their vaccines up to date? Especially this year, Rhode Island has added some vaccines that are required for 7th graders. So they need to have the Tdap, which is what we know as tetanus, and they've added the pertussis to that, the whooping cough. They need the HPV vaccine this year, meningitis booster if they haven't had it, and of course a seasonal flu vaccine.
Now, are those available at the Minute Clinics?
They are available at the Minute Clinic, and we do have state-supplied vaccines, so it's free for them and convenient because they can come after hours.
Now, you brought in some materials with you today.
I did.
Tell us a little bit about what you brought in. Are these things that you should have at home, things that students should bring to school? What did you bring with you?
Well, I did bring the vaccine boxes in as well, but you know, as you send especially your child off to college, you as a parent know what worked best for that child growing up when they had a cold or had a headache. So send them with us. Send them what worked for them. Sure, there's a store in the area, but they should go with what you know best. So we brought some samples. Also, in the younger grades, most schools now require that you bring a note in. So say they have a cold or they have a headache and you're sending them to school with medication, they need to have a note. So that's a good reminder. And if they are someone who takes prescription medications, they also need to have a note from their doctor.
One of the other things that we wanted to note as people buy their back to school items, it's not just about, you know, the notebooks and pencils. I mean, there are some things that teachers ask the younger students to bring in to keep the classrooms healthy, right?
Absolutely. Hand sanitizer, their own Kleenex, sunscreen. They're going to still September, October be out in the schoolyard.
Right.
Water bottles. They're playing sports. They need to be hydrated. You want to remind them not to share their water bottles with their friends. Their own towel, not to share towels.
All right, all very, very important advice. Susan Curran, we thank you so much for joining us, and we want to let everyone know that you can visit these Minute Clinics. You might even be able to see Susan at one of them for your back to school health needs.